All right, so for today's lesson, we're going to take a look at multi-step inequalities. So our previous lesson, we looked at 1 and 2 step inequalities. Now we're going to look at those multi-step inequalities. So for this SOL, it's SOL 8.18. The student will solve multi-step linear inequalities in one variable with variables on both sides or one side of the inequality symbol, including practical problems and graphing the solution on the number line. So today we're just going to focus on just solving, and then our next lessons are going to focus on practical problems or word problems. The learning target for today, I can solve multi-step linear inequalities and graph the solution on a number line. And our vocabulary is the same as the vocabulary that we talked about yesterday in yesterday's lesson. All right, so a quick inequalities review. All right, let's review the symbols. So we just have less than, greater than, less than or equal to, greater than or equal to, and this will be not equal to. All right, so remember, graphing on the number line, when we have strictly less than, strictly greater than, we have an open circle. Less than or equal to, greater than or equal to, we have a closed circle. So here we have x is less than or equal to -2. So I have -2. I'm going to have a closed circle, and I want those values that are less than -2. So I'm going to shade to the left on my number line. All right. All right, I must have accidentally left this slide in, but a nice little quote. This quote is full of wisdom that someone important said and can make an inspire a reader. So I don't know why I accidentally left that piece in, but we're just going to go on ahead on with our notes. So inequalities versus equations. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to solve this inequality. All right, so remember our steps for solving equations. Well, actually, first let's look at solving it as an equation. All right, so I have -2 times 4n minus 5 is greater than or equal to 70. All right, so I'm going to change this greater than or equal to and just make it an equation. All right, so remember, when we solve equations, we distribute, combine like terms, move the variable to one side, and we solve. All right, so first thing I'm going to do is distribute. So distributing the 2 to my 4n and my -5, I get 8n, -8n plus 10 is equal to 70. I'm going to subtract 10 from both sides. I get -8 is equal to 60. All right, divide both sides by -8, and we get n is equal to -7.5. Oops. All right, so looking here, if we were to graph this equation on the number line, we would simply have a closed circle at -7.5, and that's it, because our n is just equal to -7.5. All right, let's take a look at graphing the inequality. So we're doing the exact same thing. The only difference is when we multiply or divide by a negative number, we flip the inequality sign. So I have -8n plus 10 is greater than or equal to 70. Again, I'm going to subtract 10 from both sides, again, following the same steps. So I have -8n is greater than or equal to 60. Divide both sides by -8. I get n is less than or equal to -7.5. All right, so here I still will have a closed circle and -7.5, but I want those values that are less than 7.5, so I'm going to shade. All right, so looking here, and this is going to be the question at the bottom, but I believe it's the next slide on my page, which asks you to compare the solutions of inequalities versus equations. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and slide the page over. This is at the bottom of yours. How does the solution of an equation differ from the solution of an inequality? All right, so when we talk about the different types of solutions, all right, so going back to the other slide, we can definitely tell, looking at solving the equation on the right, we have one definite answer or definitive answer, which is -7.5. Whereas on the left with our inequality, we have a solution set. So can n be equal to -7.5? Absolutely, because we have less than or equal to. but it can also be any number that is less than negative 7.5 as well. All right, the next step what we're going to do is determine whether the following examples will be modeled by an inequality or an equation. So I want you to pause the video and I want you to tell me if it would be modeled by an equation or an inequality. So you could put I for inequality and E for equation. All right, so looking here today, the temperature in Tampa is greater than the temperature in Houston. So here we will definitely use an inequality. The number of students in a classroom should be less than or equal to the number of desks. There are 7 days in a week. That would be an equation because we have a definitive. The team needs at least 13 players. The total number of meals Mr. Green orders needs to be the same as the number of people in his office. That would be an equation. All right. Sounds like the opening exercise. It says the graph shows a solution to which two inequalities. So let's go through and solve. So here we have the inequality. We have -1. We can use our x. Strictly less than -1. So is -1 included in the solution? Absolutely not. And we know that it's values that are less than 1. So we can actually, by process of elimination, go ahead and cross out this one because we have a less than or equal to. So if we have 2x plus 5 is less than 3, we're going to subtract 5 from both sides. And I have 2x is less than -2. Divide both sides by 2, and x is less than -1. All right, so this first one we solve, actually, it is a solution to it. We have -12 is greater than 3 times x minus 3. So I'm going to distribute. So I have -12 is greater than 3x minus 9. I'm going to add 9 to both sides. And I get 3. -3 is greater than 3x. Divide both sides by 3, not x. And I get -1 is greater than x. Let's go ahead and flip this one around. So what is this one going to look like flipped around? I'm going to draw the arrow here. If I want my variable on the left, and we have x is less than -1. All right, so I didn't flip the sign because if you look here at this part, my alligator mouth is facing my -1. So the only thing I did was just put my variable on the left side, but everything stayed the same. My inequality symbol or alligator mouth is still facing my -1. And for the last one, we have 1/2 times 2x plus 6 is greater than 2. I'm going to distribute 1/2 to each, so I get x plus 3 is greater than 2. Subtract 3. I get x is greater than -1. So this one is not a solution. It is not a solution. So these two inequalities that have the star, the inequality of x is less than -1 is a solution to these two inequalities. All right, I must have been in a duplicating mood, so I'm going to go ahead and go past that. Now we're going to look at which of the following values are solutions to the inequalities. Remember the solutions, there is a solution set. All right, so here the first thing we're going to do is we're going to just go ahead and solve. So I have 4 times 2 minus 1 is greater than or equal to 5 minus x. So I have 8 minus 4x is greater than 5 minus x. I want to get my x on the same side, so I'm going to add x to both sides, and I have 8 minus 3x is greater than 5. I'm going to subtract 8 from both sides. -3x is greater than -3. Divide both sides by -3, and I get x is less than 1. Remember, when we multiply or divide by a negative number, we have to flip the inequality sign. So since our inequality solution set is x is less than 1, let's look here. So looking at -2, is -2 less than -1? We can go ahead and plug that in, -2 less than -1. Absolutely. Is negative 1/2 less than 1? Absolutely. Is 1 less than 1? Nope. And is 1 and 1/2 less than 1? No. So the only two that are solutions are negative 2 and negative 1/2. All right, so now it's time for you to practice. So I want you to go to page 200 in your workbook, and I want you to work on questions 1, 2, and 4. So you're solving the inequality, also graphing it on the number line. So actually we can go back and graph one of these examples on the number line. So for example, for this one, since x is less than 1 on my number line, I'm going to have 1. I'm going to have an open circle at 1, and I'm going to shade to the left because I want those x values that are less than 1. All right, so I want you to go to page 200, but before doing that, I want you to summarize what you've learned from today's lesson.